welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a wear test for a foundation because I'm still on the hunt for that very perfect foundation. Now I do love the Anastasia Beverly Hills one for my high-end. So I'm like, all right, if I want a high-end one, buy it once in a blue moon, I want also a drugstore one. So I saw this because I had tried the old one and it was okay, and I wonder if I still have it. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But it was the other Maybelline 30-hour one. I heard some good things about this, so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So this is the Maybelline Superstay 30-hour, which I really don't think you need foundation under 30 hours. I feel like the number is a little bit unrealistic. Lumi-Matte, so it's not going to be like a flat matte. I am assuming there's going to be a craze in the cashmere matte world, because the only cashmere matte one that I have absolutely loved is Double Wear. So I am curious to see what's going on. Like, what are we doing? And I really don't want to touch up my makeup. At the end of the day, I get oily very quickly. I am acne prone, as you can see. I have a lot of post breakouts here. I had some dryness. I have a little wee pimple right there, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, we're gonna try this guy out. We're gonna do a wear test. I can only check in. I'll probably do some shots in my office if I get time, but I will check in on camera at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're gonna be using the NYX face glue. As you can see, well loved. I do like this stuff. But when my skin is going through it, like right now, this has been dry, then I don't use it as often. But now that it's not as dry, I feel like we need to use it. So, and literally just rub it all over your face, especially in my nose area where it tends to fade fast. All right, and it does dry down pretty quickly, not to a very powdery or dry finish, but like kind of sticky, see? So, all right, so I have the shade 120. That is my shade because I had to get a backup of my Superstay tint because I just finished mine. And usually I don't finish a lot of foundations. Usually I will go on a several foundation kick, but now I'm narrowing it down to just stuff that works for me. This definitely does work for me. I do love it. It is full coverage, but it's more of like, if I want skincare in there, it has vitamin C in it, so I did buy a backup of that. So we're gonna try the Maybelline Superstay 30-hour Lumi-Matte foundation in the shade 120. I like the new packaging. It's purple, which not my favorite color, but it seems much, it's glass, but it seems much smaller, like compact and not tall like the other one was. The cap was what made it tall. All right, so as you can see, it's drippy. And let's go ahead and grab like flat foundation brush. This is a Morphe one. Let's go ahead and test her out where I have the most breakouts here, or scarring, I should say. It's supposed to be a medium buildable coverage, but I can already say it's a really good match though. 120 is just the perfect match for me. Now I use Buff 2 and 2 for Estee Lauder, and I really do think that color is perfect. It's a little tiny bit light for me, but going the next shade up would be Ivory Beige, and I'm definitely not an Ivory Beige. So putting it on half the face here, and already that is really good coverage. Let's put on another layer. Just doing one little pump there, just to kind of get those dark spots. Now see, I love the Anastasia one because it's a one and done type deal. I don't have to worry about adding more, but this is not bad. It feels lightweight. All right, we are gonna put the other side on. This side, I feel like it does have the same amount here and here. Now, I absolutely am so dry in this area here. It's been weird weather here in New Mexico, so it's just it's been freakishly warm, so that affects my skin, and it's gonna get cooler next week, so when I'm filming this, so it's like, I think when I post this, it'll be that a little bit 10 degrees cooler. It's been like in the mid 60s. Feels like spring, but it's not spring, because we get spring weather here is intense wind. Dust bowl effect type wind. I do love this. It's really nice. Blends really nice too. All right, that's a good layer. I like that. All right, so we're gonna actually try a new concealer. This is the Correct and Conceal from Essence. It's more of a color corrector. I got the shade Light 10. And I really wanna focus on the veins here that I have. This is just a color corrector, it's not a concealer, but I wanna kinda use it as a concealer. Let's see how it does. Color correctors can be a little bit fussy because, oh, I like that. Did a good job. Because if it's unnecessary, you don't need it. I need it for the blue veining that I have under my eyes. And although this is a yellow, because they don't have a yellow, this one has like a little bit of a peach to it, so that'll kind of help. Well, not yellow, but orange, I should say. But it has a peach undertone. So yeah, that's the Correct and Conceal. I have tried their concealers in the past, and they were okay. So the coverage is pretty decent, and it's very light. Like, it does not feel like concealer, so I'm almost tempted to just do that as a concealer. So yes. All right, so I'm going to finish the rest of my face, like powder it down, and then we'll come back, and I have another product that'll kind of make my makeup long wear. So I'm going to do my makeup off camera, powder, all that jazz, see how it wears with the foundation, and then we'll see the first impressions of it on my face. All right, makeup is on, actually. I've got some mascara there, but it's all good now. I kind of like the way my makeup is today. And I was like, oh, I'll just do one video and try these out, but I'm gonna save this for another video. It's gonna be like another wear test, because I feel like foundations need more than just one video for a wear test to see if your skin's reacting and all that stuff. So I'll include this as well and the concealer, but everything went on well. My skin looks very nice. I did have to kind of go through and build up again. Sorry, my blush is a little weird, but yeah, it looks good. It looks good. My eyes look very bright because of this. It's crazy. All right, but this will be for another video. These are some new LA Girl items that I had found at Ulta. There's an eyeshadow palette. There's like 3 or 4 of these, but this one piqued my interest the most. This is Airy Taupe, and then this, a glitter, and I just like the component. It's like clear. This is the Silver Reflective Shimmer Glitter Liner, and then On Cloud 9 Bouncy Blush and Bronzer. This is the lightest shade I could find. Their shade range is not very great, but nonetheless, we're gonna try that on a separate video. I feel like that's gonna be a separate video. Anyways, we're gonna top it off with this. I found this and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. It's a L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. 36 hours. Ooh, we can probably extend our 30 hours by 6 more. Just kidding. No one wears that for that long. You shouldn't be wearing makeup for 30 hours, but I understand if like you're like in a layover on an airport, all that stuff. And anyways, but that's just a little intense. I mean, the skin tint doesn't claim, it claims 24 hours on this one. And I feel like that one lasts until the end of the day, like barely lasting the end of the day. I'm super oily by the end of the day with this one, just because it's not as matte. It's more of a skin tint, but 24-hour wear, it is not. So let's see if this is truly 30 hours. All right, so we're gonna lock it in. I feel like this will help kind of, I don't know. Should I do this one? Okay, so I was going to use all the other drugstore that I found, but this is going to be another video. I actually was like, oh, in the beginning of the video, I stated that I would set my makeup with a product that I found. I'm actually going to save that till the next video so that I can truly see the wear test in this makeup. So I have here the LA Girl On Cloud 9 Bouncy Blush and Bronzer. This is the shade Misty Mauve, and this is the lightest one I could find. So we're gonna do this in another video. So this guy we'll try out along with this On Cloud 9 Bouncy eyeshadow. This is the palette that I was intrigued with. There's like, I think 3 or 4 of them that they have. This is called Airy Taupe. I just love that shimmery white right there. That one looks promising. And then this is the Glitter Liner Silver Reflective Shimmer Long Wearing Multi-Dimensional Liquid Liner. And this is the shade, I guess, just silver. What is it called? Silver Sparkles. So these will be in another video. Along with this setting spray, I feel like I don't want to disturb my wear test by putting a setting spray because I feel like that's cheating a little. We're gonna put though a setting spray that's not necessarily long wear, but just to kind of make the makeup be less powdery. And honestly, I really do like the way my makeup looks today. It's very, very natural looking. I did have to go back and go over my powder a little in spots where I felt like it was a little bit more, I needed more coverage because I still had some dark spots kind of showing through. Now my biggest test is this area here. I get a lot of texture, so we're gonna see how that goes. But I'm gonna set my face with the MAC Fix Plus. It's not a long wearing setting spray, so it won't disturb the wear test. So, but it will keep my skin hydrated, not flaking at work. That would be bad. So yeah, we'll do that instead. But we'll do this one again in that other video. I'll film this soon. It's gonna be like one after another, one video after another. But I will film this one as a second wear test, but with the other products, and just to see how these are, how this will wear with this. So we'll do that because I feel like I don't want to just disturb the wear test today, the raw wear test. So if you're wondering what's on my lips, it's not much. It's just the ColourPop Pokemon lip balm in Pikachu. I do like it, even though it does dry. It like goes away fast. I do like it. So anyways, this is the makeup. Everything went on really nice. It didn't accentuate texture. If I built it a little more, it did cover those areas that I needed coverage. So I do have my little clock here. It is currently 6:10 in the morning and I gotta get going. So I have to take my daughter to work. Well, take my daughter to school where I work. But yeah, it's gonna be, at work I don't have time to touch up much. Nor redo my makeup if it goes awry. So I wanted to make sure my makeup was good. So yes, this is the primer we used. This is the powder I used. And then of course my concealer was the Essence, which I will put in that video as well so that we can see how that goes. Blush is Milani Luminoso, and then Colored Rain is the Charming Chai. This is a discontinued brand, but this is my bronzer, and then highlight is just my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in Modern Mercury. This is one of my favorite highlighters, like for just unnatural touch. Like it's just so pretty. I'm gonna put some more on with my finger. Why the heck not? And then I noticed I do have some mascara flaking here, so I'll just clean that up. But the mascara I used is the Cleantopia from CoverGirl. I felt like that was a good one. I do like that one. It's not bad. Eyeshadow is actually Rude Cosmetics Diamond Sparkle. This is the shade Rose Gold. And then just liner is just a brown liner. That's all it is. But anyways, here it is. First impressions so far, I do like it. It looks natural. It doesn't look really heavy. It looks really, really nice. So we're going to see how it wears. At the end of the day, I'll do a check-in on camera, but I will film in between if I find time to just see if it shines within 2 hours, 3 hours, all that jazz. So thank you guys. I will see you guys back soon. All right, so we're checking in. I just literally ate. It is currently 6:11. I have clearly been wearing this for a whole 12 hours. And I'm gonna say, you cannot have any dryness on you. When I first applied it, it was super smooth, super soft, looked natural, and now I am seeing all the texture come through. And I'm telling you, like, I had no dry patches, and now there's dry patches. And you can see that's where I had some pimples, but they're not really dry. And then that. And then I have a pimple there now. I will say, normally I don't wear my makeup this wrong. From far away, it looks great. From up close, it looks absolutely horrid. Like, you can see every single piece of texture imaginable. Now, I would not layer this because it is a kind of matte. I was hoping for it to be like a cashmere matte finish. However, it's not quite there. So I'm not sure if I like it. I am not sure because it is so dry right there. Now, I will tell you, the concealer did really well. It is creasing here, like, end of the day, I crease there, but it looks bright. Like, my under eyes look very bright. You can see that. And what, okay, so now that we're kind of really dissecting it, I don't have the most perfect skin. So granted, this foundation, I didn't expect it to be absolutely perfect on my skin, especially now since it's been incredibly dry in New Mexico, and it's really been, my skin has been trying to recover from some post breakouts. So now this part, this is a dry patch I've had for a while. It just does not want to go away for some reason. And I think I just need to exfoliate at this point, but my skin gets so sensitive, I have to wait till it kind of calms down, and then I can actually do some exfoliation. So I am going to do, I think it's the Ren Skincare. It's like an AHA, BHA exfoliant. I think I'm going to do that tonight. Because my skin, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from when I got to work. My skin felt really fresh. It felt very light. It felt very good. And then throughout the day, I was noticing I was getting shiny here and here. So I just used my Maybelline powder because, I mean, I'm at my job. I don't want to be shiny, shiny, shiny. But I wanted to see how it would powder throughout the day. So I did kind of touch it up and it looked nice. But then at the end of the day, and usually I get out about like 3 o'clock, 2:45 today. And all of this was just texture, dryness, and just accentuated. And now I feel like if I do end up exfoliating and smoothing out the skin, maybe this will wear better, but I really don't see it doing that. I don't know. It's just so incredibly dry in this area that if you have dry skin, don't anticipate this being good. What I would probably do to remedy this is mix it as I do with my favorite foundation, which is the Estee Lauder and the Wet n Wild, this photo focus one. I will use this with it if I need to balance it out a little bit, because my skin is very oily, but I'm getting to the point where my barrier here that's really weak tends to get dry very quickly, and I break out mostly in these areas anyways. So and see this part, I never, like, this was fine, there's no dryness to it, but it's like flaking. Like this part is flaking. This part is flaking. So I would recommend not wearing this for the allotted 30 hours. Like from far away on camera, it looks pretty good. But when you get up close, it's not very good. So yeah, first hour to maybe 3, I would say this is a very nice foundation. Towards the 5th, 6th hour, it was getting dry, and then my skin feels kind of dry. It feels really dry and kind of heavy now. At first it was light, now it's kind of turned to heavy. And then at the end of my day, it was feeling really dry. And then I would say, because we went out and about, I had to buy my pug a new toy because his little sister, who was a Chi Terrier, destroyed it. So we went out and went to Home Goods and found a toy for him. But when I came back, when I ate, it really prompted it to flake really bad. It's just not, it's not the greatest. Is it better than the other formula it was before with the white cap? I don't know, because I did have that foundation, but I have no idea where it went. It's like somewhere in limbo somewhere. I could have sworn I had it in here. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But anyways, I digress. This is not the best foundation. I wouldn't say this is as good as that Anastasia one. I would say it's nowhere near the Super Stay Skin Tint, but again, I'm older, so my skin does not look as flawless. It's gonna have texture, it's gonna have wrinkles and lines, especially in this area, the corners of my mouth and under my eyes, but this one stays really well and it does not feel gross on my skin. It can get oily, but nonetheless. So I would give this foundation, I'm probably gonna start a rating system. I'm gonna give it about, I would say out of 10, I would say about 5. So 5 out of 10 for this one. It's a beautiful formula at first, really is, but throughout the day, especially if you have dry skin, it doesn't stay. It does not stay. And yeah, I'm just not liking it. Now let's touch up a little and see if it wears well. How can I fix it? I don't really think I can, to be honest. I don't think I can. Ah, brush. Let's go ahead and we'll dip into my essence. Will it recover? No. I mean, I know I'm just putting powder on top, but really did not help that texture. Let's go ahead and put some MAC Fix Plus to kind of remedy that a little. But you know when makeup kind of makes it seem like you have a little bit too much? And I really didn't put a whole lot on. It is medium to full coverage, but I feel like this one feels like it's 10 layers of makeup now towards the end of the day. It's almost like my oil just kind of pushed it into another layer, if that makes sense. Okay, so this did kind of help those dry areas, of course, but I don't want to have to keep putting Fix Plus throughout the day. Okay, still a 5. My fixes really didn't do the best. So I know some people love it. You have to have smooth, non-textured skin in order for this to work for you. And I feel like you would need to have more on the oily to combo skin, and granted I have oily combo skin, but I'm dry in this area, so it's like my skin is at this weird point in my life where I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't feel like it's a Lumi-Matte. I feel like it is a matte matte, because matte mattes would create texture and flakiness. This is more of like a matte matte. So is it feel dry at first? No. Does it feel dry later on in the day? Yes. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. Not my favorite. Actually, will say that these two still beat it out of the park for me. Even though this is a more drier formula, this paired with, like, these are like my dream combo team. I would wear these two together just to kind of balance out the, if I feel really dry. Now, if it's in the summertime, I would just wear this alone, and then I can also pair these two. I used to pair my Futurist with it, so, but yeah, I don't like it. And the foundations I do currently have and use, I would say this one is a no for me. I don't like it. It's not very good. The MAC Fix Plus, or what, MAC Studio Fix. This one is good. Doesn't dry me out. It stays really nice, but it does get oily throughout the day, so it's not bad though. This one's not bad. This one, the color's just too yellow for me at this point, and it's okay. This one is my all-time favorite for drugstore. This is my all-time favorite for high-end, the Estee Lauder. This is probably like my all-time in between these. Like if I feel like I'm a little bit more on the drier side, the Skin Tint is my favorite because it works on my skin, whether it's dry, oily. But this, I still need to test this out more. I only wore it once, the Anastasia one. I am going to test it out a little more. I feel like it's a thick formula. Let's see the formula comparison. I kind of want to test these two together because I feel like the concept is almost similar. Yeah, Maybelline is way more on the runny side rather than the thick side. And this one spreads a lot more. Well, actually, no, this one does. This one dries down matte more, the Anastasia right here. See, it starts off really nice and very light. Gosh, what does it remind me of? There was a foundation, a liquid foundation from Avon. That's the consistency. I'll have to put it here. I can't remember what it is, if I remember to put it there. But yeah, it reminds me of that consistency. I'll have to look it up. So anyways, that is my spiel. That is my thing. I'm not a big fan of it. Granted, my skin was really dry right now. Yeah. Like I said, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I would say the Anastasia was more on the about 7 out of 10. So yeah. But nonetheless, we're going to try it one more time. I'm going to film another one tomorrow, and I'm going to actually try these guys out with it. And of course, my concealer again, and see how that wears. I'm not going to do a wear test. I'm just going to kind of gauge. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that works out to. But anyways, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. I would appreciate it. I'm sorry if my videos are not the best quality. I'm trying my best. And if you're wondering where my sweatshirt is, this is my Lutharo shirt. It is a band I listen to. They're from Canada. Love these guys. They're really nice. But yeah, if you don't know who they are, check them out. If you love some screamy metal, they're definitely it. It's fronted by a chick. So awesome. All right. See you guys in my next video. Bye.